Alright, I'm going live again. I'm sitting in my car. I need like a drink of water. I haven't been drinking any water. I've just been trying to like work out this the best I can. It's hard to like believe that there's like no help for me. There's no one. I can't think of anything to do. Yeah, there's just like, okay, my dog was taken from me and she's scheduled to be spayed tomorrow unless I get $280, and even then it's not no guarantee. This isn't a great video. I'm sitting in my car, it's dark. I was just running the heat. I have less than like I'm under almost out of fuel, but I have 114. I need $170 approximately. Not trying to do exact math. I need about $180. I need about $180. I'm trying to get about $180. My dog is scheduled to be spayed. She was taken from me. My dog is scheduled to be spayed tomorrow morning unless I provide $280. I have $100 of that. My dog is scheduled to be spayed tomorrow. I don't want that to happen. She was taken from me. I was told that I have to pay $280 to have her returned to owner. My dog is scheduled to be spayed tomorrow. Her name is Cookie. She's scheduled to be spayed tomorrow. I don't want that to happen. They may not do it if I can provide $280, and I've already made passionate pleas to anyone I could at that place, people who took her. And this is a lost cause. This is a lost cause. I think this may be a lost cause. It looks like I can't even keep my eyes open. No one's gonna. Please, someone out there, find this. Okay, I have. All right, I set up some things to talk about. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Here's the first thing. So I wanted to post comments to link to my video on other videos about social injustice, such as the one I saw from Fox News, where Fox News in America is ranting or raving or proclaiming how unjust it is and how tyrannical Kevin Trudeau is, and how they're threatening to, or we're threatening to uh, confiscate and potentially euthanize uh, convoy truckers, dogs, and how it was so tyrannical because all the truckers are doing is standing up for their constitutional rights, Constitution in Canada, there's a Constitution in the United States, and I'm sure it's pretty much the same. And I'm sorry, so ordinances are like statutory law, the law that says that my dog is now the property of the county that I live in. That's not constitutional law. And my attorney, the attorney that represented me on a case that caused her to be taken from me, basically their legal advice, their incorrect legal advice, caused me to be in a situation where I was arrested and had my dog in my car outside the courthouse, and there was nothing I could do other than provide my car key to one of the sheriff officers, and then they took her out of my car and gave her to the uh, animal shelter. Gave They forfeited her on my behalf, is what happened. Quote unquote forfeited her on my behalf. Like that's not constitutional. It is not. And I mean, what is constitutional is constitutional me uh asking people for help. Is that constitutional? I think it is. The right to contract, the right to contract is unlimited. But how is it not limited right now? I mean, in a way, I'm being limited. I have been limited by society and all of its ways, in like a lot of its ways. So I'll get back to the topic of what was it? Fox TV. Oh, why do I even need to say that? Oh yeah. So on all of those videos, Fox News, YouTube, talking about that, and then random people reposting the same video from Fox, and then videos about I literally found a video of a woman that it says her dog, she lost her dog. Her dog was missing, and she found it in the Humane Society, the shelter, and they refused to give it back to her. Like stuff like that. Uh, just you'd say, "Oh, that's different than your case. You're a criminal. You're a criminal. Like your dog was taken from you because you're a criminal." Like that's what a lot of people would say. No, no. And there's a lot more to it than that. And I'll continue making videos. Chances are, and I guess she's. I mean, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Seriously. I mean, slap someone in the face because love makes you do crazy things. Only reason why I saw that shit, fucking Mr. Will, what's your fucking middle name? Will fucking Smith. What's your middle name, huh? Why can't I address you like a man, like a real man, huh? And you fucking stand up in front of the world, fucking slap what's his name's face. Chris, what's your middle name, Chris? Chris Rock? What's your middle name, Mr. Rock? Huh? Yeah, well, what was that? What was that, huh? Love makes you do crazy things, huh? Shit like that. Oh, and then there's Saturday Night Live. Oh, oh, maybe if this was Saturday night, huh? Because I'm live, right? Can we call it Saturday Night Live? Can I get the publicity that Saturday Night Live is getting or gets? Because on Saturday Night Live, it was all fucking jokes and shit about how fucking, love makes you do crazy things. Oh, you know what else makes you do crazy things? Crazy. Yeah, really? Fucking, the only reason why I fucking saw any of that shit is because I was forced to watch it. Essentially, I was fucking in jail while that shit happened. I was actually, no, you know what? I wasn't forced to watch it. Not while it happened live. I actually didn't want to watch that shit. I was laying on a fucking dilapidated fucking mattress that's not fit. Having problems with my back that the fucking sheriffs caused me for peacefully protesting. A spinal injury that may be that is life changing, has been life changing, and may continue to be life changing. A spinal injury because I was protesting. I was protesting having my biometric data taken from me without reason, without good reason, without lawful reason, without constitutional reason. I have a right to protest. I think I should have a right to protest peacefully and not be beaten, not be tortured. So what does America think about that? What does the world think about that? Because apparently fucking nothing. Because I've been talking about this shit for years. Stuff that I've gone through. I've talked to people about this. I've talked to my family about this. My own family. Yeah, my own family. My father, my mother, my half brother, my half sister. I've talked to them about these things. And what did they do? Both my brother and sister are the same. They're the same. 12 years older than me. Have always had a nice house, nice place to live. Fucking basically loyal friends, children, are healthy, classically good looking, almost never been to jail, like one time each. And are they doing anything to help me? Are they? It's the guy that lives on my property, the property that I'm living on, that my mother and father purchased when I was born, that they said would always be there for me. The guest of my father that's living there that promised me how much money? $150 a month. And my brother also promised that and then didn't make good on that. What about the brother that fucking has taken everything from the house after my father died? How about that? Ransacked my father's room, took any documents that he thought he needed. Maybe later down the road, accused me of fucking abusing old people, being a drug dealer. It's clear. Used my father's fucking credit card, drained his bank account that had over $1,000 in it, from what I understand, and accused me of doing it. Fucking took the power cord, removed it from my shelter that all I use is to power my phone and watch YouTube videos about my hobbies, things that I enjoy, to try to get away from the corruption and the abuse that I've suffered in my life, in the world, to try to find things that I enjoy. Two-stroke stuffings YouTube video. That's one that comes to the top of my mind. Let's see, who else? Grind Hard Plumbing. This Old Tony. Hilarious. He's got great timing. I've seemed to have great timing too. I got to Best Buy the other night, the night I was released from jail on charges that were dismissed, the same charges that I was also beat on, abused, not once, not twice, but 3 times, physically abused by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department for peacefully protesting, not being combative, not throwing any punches, not spitting on anyone, simply closing my eyes for the camera so that I wouldn't have to fucking, so I wouldn't have to look in the camera or my soul be stolen, like the song by John Prine that my father played about the Navajo getting their soul stolen every time Kodak fucking took a picture. Every time that Kodak clicked, something, the picture steals a bit of soul from the Navajo. Yeah, what about the Native American that invited me to live with him, that fucking accused me of all sorts of nonsense? And supposedly I talked to another girl that he invited on his property, and she said he was nuts, that he was fucking violent, and she experienced the same sort of shit. She said, you want to know, he was in prison for 10 years. You want to know why? I said, not really. She goes, he has a microchip. They track him everywhere he goes. Some shit like that. Didn't need to hear that shit. He seemed fucking awesome to me. When I first met him, we got along great. I couldn't stay there on his property because he was on probation and I was on probation. And I told him, when I get off probation, I'm going to come back because you're cool. You're a cool guy. I want to live here. This is awesome. I had a great time. I feel I felt like I was helping the guy. No one else was there. His own family and all the people around there were fucking on crystal meth and fucking heroin and who knows what, drinking. And literally, they would fucking, him and the reservation, the people that had casino money would like literally front people like money to do work and they wouldn't work. And it was like a fucking third world country. No electricity, barely any water. They lived in shacks. And all I wanted to do was have a fucking place where I didn't get harassed by the police. A piece of land I could live on. And I told him, I said, I'll come back. I'll get off probation and I'll call you and I'll come back. And I had fucking drug problems and shit. I was doing drugs. And I told him, look, I was like, I've been doing drugs for a while and I'm not going to do it here. I don't want to fucking do it. I want this place to be fucking no problems. Not from me, not from anyone else. And he said it didn't matter. He didn't care if I did drugs. I wanted to do it for myself. I wanted to do it for myself. I came back and he was different. He was fucking different. We didn't get along anymore. Whenever I tried to suggest something, he just asked why. Oh, why? Why? He said all I needed was to wash my fucking socks. And he got pissed off at me and said I was disgracing the trees by hanging my wet socks on the trees. Fucking drove a truck at me like he was gonna run me down. Pushed me off of his fucking porch. I went flying fucking feet. I fucking hit the ground and I was like, what the fuck, dude? He's like, you fucking stole my cookies. Like, I didn't steal your fucking cookies, dude. His dogs probably got into him. He let them climb all over everything. They would get on stuff and eat food. Fuck. This isn't gonna win me any fucking beauty contest. It's not gonna fucking win me any fucking. What is this gonna do? Justify, justify me committing suicide if I was so lucky to be able to do that? I've already fucking tried. Yeah, that was another thing I watched in jail. I didn't get to watch the TV most of the time because they get to choose. They got to choose most of the time. The guy that says, "Well, I'd be watching Maury every morning." Okay. I was like, I don't really want to watch TV anyway, to be honest, but I haven't had a TV for years. It's kind of nice sometimes. Yeah, so let's see. Two topics about watching TV in jail. The slap heard around the world. I was laying on my I was laying on the fucking bunk bed. I say my bunk. I was laying on the fucking yeah, I was laying down, not trying to watch that. And they don't give you earplugs in jail. So I heard some shit. They're like, oh, did that really happen? This, that, and then all that shit. Oh, what's the other one? Do you want me to even talk about Ukraine? What about the what about the fucking what was the other thing I was gonna talk about? Oh yeah, yeah. About suicide, huh? About suicide. I fucking watched the show. They asked me if I wanted to, they were switching through channels, nothing was on. All cop shows and fucking this and that. And there was a show about a girl, about a guy that committed suicide. And they said his girlfriend fucking pushed him to do it. She fucking convinced him to do it. She pressured him into doing it on social media. And I watched that whole show, and everybody was like, at first, I was like, man, that's terrible that she would do that. And I was like, they asked if I wanted to watch it, and I was like, I think I said I'd like to watch that. And no one else was watching it but me, like, thoroughly. And I watched the whole show, and I could relate to it because what? Because like I feel like I would need a person like that. I was like, she was this fucking cheerleader. He was so fucked up because he attempted suicide once before. He had a bunch of fucking Tylenol pills and he survived. You know what it's like? Do you know what that's like? Oh yeah, and now my brain's thinking about the the fucking story I read about Tylenol. Oh yeah, if you take Tylenol, it makes you more socially acceptable. Yeah, if you take Tylenol, it helps you uh uh be nice and communicate with people in an effective manner. Lessens your anxiety. Shit like that. Oh. Oh, so it worked for him, but not how they said it did, huh? Yeah, I didn't see his body. How do I know that he fucking committed suicide? What about just the story? Was that just a story for me? Was it all a big act describing my life? Maybe. Everything that she did supposedly was to make sure that it would happen. She was helping him because maybe he knew he fucking couldn't do it. He was having a hard time. It was fucking scary. Yeah. Yeah, you know who else has helped me? Rick and Morty. Yeah, Rick and Morty. They encouraged me. Yeah, with the help with the help of my father or what? I don't want to die, but I don't want to live in a world that's fucking unjust. I can deal with not being the perfect person, not having unity amongst the bodies. You know what I'm saying? If that's even a possibility, like I can live without that. I can live without having perfection. I think I could live even without children, without a wife, without friends, without family. But to not just be left alone, to have to be chased around, to be fucked with. I don't know. I want to stop this video, but I also don't. Is that like committing suicide? Ending the video? It's 10:19. No one's responding to this. So what I have? What do I have? There's lots of ways to commit suicide, and the only one I can think of is to shoot myself. That's how weak I am. I don't know if I could even pull the trigger. And the only gun I have is a pellet carbine, a pellet pistol, air pistol, 22 caliber. And I don't know how many times to pump it to get the fucking pellet to penetrate my skull and bounce around a bunch. I don't know if it would go all the way through and I would be a fucking half fucking derelict, fucking maybe trapped in my own mind, fucking cripple, Stephen Hawking, reliving this shit over and over and over every day with no hope of being able to fucking do like much of anything, to have to be taken care of. And like, what, isn't that what I'm asking to do right now? I'm just asking, I'm basically, that's what I'm doing. I want everybody to take care of me, huh? I don't want to do what it takes. Huh? Yeah, fucking. Oh, that's a good topic. Let's talk about rape, huh? Oh yeah, that's what every woman wants, huh? Or so many of them. And that I've literally fucking basically uh essentially been encouraged to do by my mother and father and society since I was a child. Yeah, and the people that were in jail with me joke about that shit. Oh, fucking, they talk about oh, fucking rapo and this and that. Oh yeah, you know what? That's like a legal term too. It's rapaz, rapos, some shit like that. It's some fucking legal bullshit. And how about let's talk about the Pope, the fucking Pope, huh? Let's talk about the Pope. Like fucking like about how the fucking the court they're good enough or they have the right to fucking use the language of Latin, yet when they choose in little ways here and there, yet they don't want to hear the use of Latin in a way that's against them. Capitis diminutio maxima. Yeah. Yeah, they don't want to hear that shit. Like me saying that's not me. That they've committed identity theft. They've committed a seizure of my biometric data and attached it to a legal fiction. A legal fiction that's a slave, is what they say. All capital letters. Yeah, in Latin, that means you have no family. That's what it means. It means when they say, when I go, let's talk about Alice in Wonderland then, huh? Right? The Queen of Hearts court, off with their heads. Yeah, that's what it means. Reduction of head. That's what it's translated as. Capitis diminutio. Maxima means the maximum decapitation. So what would that be? Decapitation of my penis? Would capitis diminutio media or minima? Well, actually, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look it up. I've read it. And it's all over. The signs are all around. It's in pop music. Dance, dance till you're dead. Off, off with their head. Dance, dance till you're dead. Shit like that. So that's supposed to be fucking funny, huh? Am I dancing? Is this fucking funny? Is that the problem, that I'm not dancing? You want me to dance more? You want me to entertain you? Is this entertaining enough? No, this is hard shit to fucking listen to, huh? You don't have enough. I mean, literally, no one has made a comment. Not a single person. No one wants to hear this. No one's got time for this. You've only got time to who's fucking who and fucking running your mouth about fucking how fucking morally fucking just you are. Yeah, I've literally, oh, morally just. Are you morally just because you wrote a paper? Psychologists, psychiatrists, fucking authorities on sociology, human sexuality, wrote papers that said oh, it's natural, or like basically said, I read a paper that said it's literally acceptable, like in society, like society at large accepts that it's the right thing to do. And they didn't, they said if a man is denied a mate, then how else can he reproduce? Literally, I I mean, fucking literally, like, isn't that what social media is all about? And instant messaging and the NSA and shit. The NSA spied on me and knows all of my fucking dirty little secrets that actually aren't really mine, and they aren't secrets because I confessed them. Yeah, let's talk about the Pope again. So, oh, the Pope, huh? POPE, probation officer, physical education. shit like that. Yeah, cause all you know what? That's how I've been looking at life for years, years since like 2000 and fucking 5 or something. Yeah, and you know what? Kurt Vonnegut. Yeah, okay, let's go back to the Pope. Go back to the Pope. So has the Pope did anything for me? Has the Pope did anything for holy justice? Or let's just call it human rights. Let's call it human. You want to call it in spirit? You know what spirit is? That's what I'm speaking in all these days, is in spirit. So yeah, I said so. POPE. Yeah, well, you know what? I've already made this shit. That was one of the worst things I ever did. Was talk about this. I think because I think it was. I think maybe people hadn't even noticed. Maybe I literally woke the world up by talking about that shit. Because things got different after I talked about that with people. Shit got weird. It's maybe one of the worst things I ever did. And Joe, I could remember your last name if I really tried. You told me you were like shh one time. You wanted to shush me, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that. And it ties in with all that POPE and blah blah. Yeah, it all ties together. It's all fucking a web. It all like, well, maybe not all of it. Not all of it ties together, but a lot of it does. I think there's holes in the net. There's holes in the net, but for some reason it's like either I have or haven't fallen through one of those holes. I don't what it's oh yeah, that let's talk about that. Dolphins, huh? How Haley in high school said, you know that dolphins have sex for pleasure? The most classically good looking female in my high school that literally lived like down the road from me a little ways says that to me on the bus one day, and I'm like, oh really, or something like that. Years later, I thought of the perfect thing. Obviously, that's what always happens. Why didn't I say